Hi guys, my name is Irene. I'm editor-in-chief from Russia, and today I'm going to tell you about the stereotypes that are associated with Russians. It's true that in a globalized world, everything is more or less universal, but still, nevertheless, we are all different. I've heard so many rumors of us Russians. They say that we eat caviar on a daily basis. We all are frost-proof. We read 10 books a month. Is it all true? Or are these myths? I'll tell you later. Number 1. Russian women are beauties. I'd say it's false. I'm sorry, girls. It's true that many Russian girls are quite pretty, but not all of them. Usually foreigners have these romantic expectations when they go to Moscow, come out of the airport, and three beauties stand there waiting for them with placards. I'm here. I must be the bearer of some bad news, so it's not like that. No. All women are different in Russia. There are pretties, there are ugly ones, and like in any other country. Just look at me. I'm plump. I'm not attractive, not appealing in many other people's view. Well, I like myself, yeah. But if I were a classical, typical beauty, I bet I would have way more subscribers than now. So the ugly truth is that only young Russian girls are all pretty. They are full of energy. They don't have so much in their plate. And later, while pursuing career, taking care of kids, women start looking a bit worse. Unfortunately, it is. So just if you remember such a movie, it's an American one called Tully with Charlize Theron. It tells the story of an ordinary woman who is not that pretty anymore, though she used to be. Of course, I'm talking only of stereotypical beauty. So, in my view, in my personal opinion, all Russian women are gorgeous. It's really so. When I see women, I see the real beauty, the inner beauty, the outer beauty, everything. And don't forget that some girls are gold diggers. They attend special workshops on finding a man, especially a foreigner, and getting married. So they do everything possible to improve their appearance. They use plastic surgery, cosmetology, and whatsoever. So their beauty is artificial. And I'd like to tell you one more thing about that. I was raised in Ivanovo. It's a small provincial Russian town. It is considered to be the capital of brides. It used to be so. 80 years ago, 80, when there was a weaving factory, and there were plenty of female workers. And many men died during the Second World War, so there were lots of lonely women. But 80 years later, the situation has really changed. And still, nevertheless, when some people find out that I come from Ivanovo, they exclaim happily, the capital of brides. Number 2. Russian men are rude and mean. True. We are absorbed with our own sorrows, troubles. We are always chewing these mental gums, and we don't care about the rest happening around us. So if you enter a bus in a Russian hour, you will probably be surrounded by gloomy, morose faces. Russians are whiners. I have already told you about that, and I'll link a video here where I'm telling about this habit. If you learn Russian, you have a chance to see how furious we are. Just go to YouTube channel of any random Russian blogger, go to the comment section and see what people write there. They spill out their aggression, they use rude words and curse a blogger to death. So much hate. It's totally understandable because we Russians, most of us are quite poor, envious, we don't see any prospects in life. We can only pity such people. Some foreigners mistakenly assume that Russians are hospitable. I disagree with that. Maybe some people can be good hosts, but they don't do it sincerely. They rather want to show off. But don't let all these facts discourage you from coming to Russia and meeting new people here. When we know you a bit better, our frozen hearts melt and we become such lovely people. It's true. Number 3. Russians are immune to cold. False. The territory of our country is enormous. We live in different time belts, and usually the vast majority of us don't struggle to survive in a severe winter of Game of Thrones. No, but still there are a few regions covered with snow, and one can test their abilities, whether they are first proof, if they come to Yakutsk. The average temperature in January there is 38 degrees below the 0 Celsius. If you prefer Fahrenheit, you can convert it on your own. I haven't been there and I'm not willing to. I prefer the sun and the hot weather. The St. Petersburg, the city where I live, sometimes we have even 30 degrees above 0 in summer. But in this August recently we had rainy days mainly, with the average temperature 18 degrees or 20 degrees above the 0. Number 4. Russians drink tea from a saucer. False. It used to be true many centuries ago. When we were all peasants, we did drink tea from a saucer, and we also didn't have a kettle. We used a samovar instead, such a huge kettle. I don't know what to call it. I'll show you pictures. But nowadays we like drinking black and green tea like all ordinary people. Women especially like tea parties with some sweets. Number 5. Russians are oligarchs. False. You might think so because of some my fellow countrymen who moved to the UK, avoiding political persecution or in an attempt to pay lower taxes. Roman Abramovich, Eugene Chichvarkin and Boris Berezovsky, these and some other people are outstanding, one of a kind. They are really unique, and they don't represent the vast majority of our population. The rest, 99%, live in poverty. Even if our salaries are more or less fine, we can't afford a mortgage, we really go abroad, so we really are skint.
Party like a Russian, end of discussion. Dance like you got concussion, oh. We got soul and we got gold.
I'm poor, though I'm editor-in-chief, so as you can see, it doesn't help me. I have neither accommodation nor a car, and I can't afford it. When I go abroad, rarely it happens, I choose the cheapest motels and only low-cost airlines, so I can't afford anything better. But I don't lose heart. I know that one day I will become well off, and I wish that you also become quite wealthy. Number 6. Russians are intellectuals. It's false. We were considered to be a reading nation in the Soviet Union. I don't know whether it was true or it was Soviet propaganda, no idea. But nowadays it doesn't reflect the reality. We read books from time to time like all other people, but we don't do it on a daily basis usually. We don't go to the theater every single week or to the opera, to the museum. No, we are just ordinary people, maybe even mediocre. So people are people. Human beings are human beings. That's so. Number 7. Moscow isn't Russia. True. Moscow, our capital, is another state, another country. Life in Moscow has little or almost nothing in common with life in rural area or in some local towns, provincial towns. The level of well-being is really different, and people would always say that Muscovites wouldn't understand them, wouldn't feel them. But everything has its price. If one wants to get a high salary or pursue a particular career, they move to Moscow. They start earning more, evidently, but the expenses also rise. They can't afford a proper accommodation and they have to live somewhere in the outskirts of the city or even in the suburbs. It takes 2 or 3 hours to go to work every single day, and they have to stand traffic jam. So life seems pointless and people move back to their provincial towns, or they obtain remote jobs and move somewhere to the Asian countries, India, Bali, Indonesia, Thailand. And there is a certain battle between Moscow and St. Petersburg, the city where I currently live. It used to be our capital, St. Petersburg, many years ago when we had Russian Empire. And St. Petersburg is considered to be mainly our cultural capital, with theaters, operas, museums, and so famous bars, rooftops, extravagant artists, exhibits, and whatsoever. And Moscow is a business capital of Russia. It's the city where one can earn money. Number 8. Russians are alcoholics. False. We normally don't drink vodka for breakfast, and not all people like vodka. I tried it only once and I didn't like it. I prefer red wine from Georgia or local craft beer. Incidentally, my husband and I went to shoot a video where we taste several local drinks. Write in the comments below whether you'd like to watch it. Some Russians are really drunkards, but not all of them. We drink moderately, and as far as I know, according to the stats, Irish people drink more than we do. As to the food, so we don't normally eat caviar or something extravagant, luxurious on a daily basis. We eat porridge, salads, sandwiches, so like many other people do. But regarding national cuisine, we do love borscht. And we like our local peculiar salads, like herring with beetroot. I'll tell you somehow later. Number 9. Russians are brutal. False. Sometimes foreigners think of us like harsh, brutal, frowning men with hiding some hatchets behind their backs. And we're like very severe woodcutters or milkmaids. We are far from being that. We are just ordinary people who have their office jobs, and we are clerks mainly, and we have our daily routine. Nothing special, nothing, not a big deal. Number 10. Russians are spies. And of course it's false. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a joke until I heard from several foreigners that they were convinced that it was true. And the spy theme was absolutely widely spread in Russia. Maybe the TV series The Americans or Anne Chapman are to blame for that. But indeed, ordinary people have no idea, have no clue regarding this spy theme. We don't know what spies do. We don't know whether we have spies somewhere. No idea. And relax regarding KGB. It doesn't exist anymore. FSB took its place. 3 things. Subscription to my channel, thumbs up, and word of mouth. I need your support, really. I've got a full-time job. I can't quit it because I have to earn a living. When I finish my job-related tasks every day, I start writing scripts for my YouTube channel and shooting these videos. I'm on my last legs. I'd love to devote more time and energy to this YouTube channel, to shoot 2 or 3 videos a week, to release them as much as you would like to, but really it's not possible. I have to pay the bills and I need advertising, but it will never happen without subscribers. If I suck, if I really do, if you don't like this channel, please write in the comments below that I should quit, I shouldn't do that. No one is interested in me. No one would like to know anything about Russia, our culture, our language. If it's not something people would like to know, then I'll have to quit following my passion, actually.